In the vast tapestry of our world, there are places that defy easy explanation, landscapes that seem to echo memories of other lands, other times. Here in the heart of Asia lies a realm of staggering scale and bewildering complexity. It is a nation that holds within its borders not just its own ancient history, but seemingly the history of the entire world. A journey here is a journey into a looking-glass world, where familiar sights reappear in the most unexpected of settings, and the very fabric of reality seems to shift and shimmer. What drives a civilization to not only innovate, but to replicate, to not only build its own future, but to reconstruct the glories of others? This is a story of imitation, but also of profound invention. It is a land where the line between the original and its reflection is not merely blurred, but celebrated. Where a stroll through a city park might transport you in the blink of an eye, from the canals of Venice to the boulevards of Paris. We will venture into this perplexing world, exploring its markets that flow like great rivers, carrying goods to every corner of the globe. We will witness traditions that stretch back millennia, standing alongside technological leaps that propel us into a future we can barely imagine. Our exploration will take us beyond the cityscapes, into the very heart of its culture, its people, and its most guarded secrets. We will seek to understand the delicate balance between ancient customs and the relentless march of modernity. This is not just a journey across a country, but a journey into an idea, a grand, audacious experiment in building a world within a world. Prepare to witness a land of paradoxes, a nation of astonishing ambition, where the wonders of the world have found a second home. Here, in the sprawling urban jungles of Shenzhen and Yiwu, the pulse of global commerce beats with an unstoppable rhythm. These are not simply markets, they are ecosystems vast and intricate, where the world comes to shop. The air hums with a symphony of negotiation and exchange. Every object imaginable, from the simplest toy to the most complex electronic device, can be found here, laid out in a dizzying array. It is a place where the distinction between the genuine article and its perfect replica dissolves into irrelevance. The skill of the artisan is such that the copy can sometimes feel more real, more present than the original it mimics. From these bustling arteries, a global distribution network spreads like a web, carrying these creations to every continent on Earth. But the ambition to replicate does not end with consumer goods. It is etched into the very landscape. One can wander through a faithful reconstruction of an Austrian alpine village, or stand before a towering replica of the Eiffel Tower, all without ever leaving China's borders. It is a grand performance, an architectural theatre on a national scale, and woven through this landscape of echoes is a future that has already arrived. Biometric payments, where a face is a wallet, are commonplace. Autonomous vehicles glide silently through city streets, guided by an invisible intelligence. Entire cities are becoming smart, their infrastructure a network of sensors and data, all working in concert to manage the flow of millions. It is a stunning fusion of the world's past and a future of its own design. Throughout the ages, a certain mystique has surrounded the women of this land, an aura of elegance and carefully cultivated grace. This is not an accidental beauty, but an art form passed down through generations. Ancient traditions and modern science intertwine in daily routines dedicated to achieving a specific ideal. The pursuit of fair, luminous skin, for instance, is not merely a cosmetic preference. It is a cultural touchstone, a symbol of refinement and a life lived away from the harsh sun and manual labor. This ideal is deeply rooted in history, a visual language understood across the nation. It is a testament to a belief in nurturing and protecting one's appearance as a reflection of inner harmony. This focus on aesthetics extends to the entire form. The modern emphasis on long, slender legs echoes a past where beauty standards could take extreme and often painful forms. The historical practice of foot binding, though now a distant and painful memory, speaks to the profound lengths to which this culture has gone in its pursuit of a particular aesthetic. Today, these ideals manifest in different ways, influencing fashion, posture, and even expectations within relationships. It is a complex interplay of cultural inheritance and contemporary pressures, a constant negotiation between the self and a powerful, collective vision of feminine beauty. Long before the modern world took shape, this ancient civilization was a crucible of invention, forging the very tools that would enable humanity's great leaps forward. Consider paper. This humble material born from pulped fibers unlocked a new world. It allowed knowledge to be recorded, shared and preserved on an unprecedented scale, moving it from heavy bamboo slips and costly silk into the hands of scholars and officials. It was the foundation upon which libraries and indeed entire histories would be built. Then came printing, a revolution that multiplied the power of paper 1,000-fold, allowing ideas to spread with the speed of a wildfire, changing societies forever. And what of the tools of power and exploration? Gunpowder, a volatile mixture discovered by alchemists seeking immortality, was instead harnessed for warfare, altering the balance of power on battlefields across the globe. The magnetic compass, a small, unassuming needle floating in water, gave mariners the confidence to leave the safety of the coastline behind. It pointed the way to new continents, new trade routes, and the dawn of a truly global age of discovery. And through it all, the mastery of porcelain or white gold became a symbol of this civilization's unparalleled craftsmanship, a treasure sought by emperors and kings, its legacy embedded in the very name of the country itself. The rhythm of daily life here follows a logic that can seem, to an outsider, both perplexing and ingenious. Look to the streets, where the concept of a food truck is elevated to a spectacle of commerce. Here, it is not uncommon to see the trunk of a luxury car open for business, transforming a symbol of wealth into a humble street stall. This is not a sign of desperation, but of a culture that embraces flexibility and entrepreneurial spirit in its rawest form. It is a society in constant motion, where opportunity is seized in the moment, regardless of convention. This fluidity is the lifeblood of the urban landscape. This adaptability extends into the digital realm, which has become so intertwined with the physical that they are now inseparable. The economy runs on a system of simple black and white squares. QR codes are ubiquitous, the primary method for almost every transaction, from buying street food to paying utility bills. Cash has become a relic. Yet amidst this futuristic efficiency, ancient values hold firm. The law itself mandates that children must find time to visit their aging parents, a legal enforcement of filial piety, a core tenet of Confucian tradition. It is a striking declaration that no amount of technological progress can be allowed to erode the fundamental bonds of family. In the quiet corners and secluded valleys of this vast country, traditions persist that seem to belong to another time. Rituals that speak of a deep and complex relationship with nature, community, and the spirit world. Imagine a tea ceremony where the finest leaves are not picked by hand, but by mouth. A practice born from a legend of purity and connection to the plant. Consider the ritual of the crying bride, where tears are not a sign of sorrow, but a necessary and celebrated expression of gratitude and reluctance to leave her family. These are not mere performances, they are profound expressions of a community's soul, acts steeped in symbolism. The passage into marriage can be marked by even stranger customs. In some regions, the groom must endure a ritual beating from the bride's family and friends, a symbolic test of his endurance and a way to playfully express the loss of the bride to his family. And in the high plateaus of remote Tibet, marriage customs can take forms that challenge all conventional understanding, reflecting a unique adaptation to a harsh environment and a distinct spiritual worldview. While some of these ancient rituals are now performed more for preservation than practice, they remain a powerful link to the past, a window into the diverse beliefs that have shaped this multifaceted land. Every map has its blank spaces, its areas marked restricted. But here, the concept of the forbidden zone is woven into the very fabric of the nation, places of profound mystery and impenetrable secrecy. Deep within the capital lies the Beijing military city, a nerve center of national defense, entirely off limits and shrouded in rumor. Far to the west, the Larungar Buddhist Academy, once a sprawling city of faith, now exists under tight control, its vibrant life veiled from the outside world. These are places where information ceases to flow, where the curiosity of the world meets a wall of silence. The natural world, too, holds its secrets. The Dadu Gorge, a chasm of breathtaking beauty, is also a place of strategic importance, its access strictly limited. The true resting place of the first emperor, Qin Shi Huang, remains a tantalizing mystery, its central mausoleum deliberately left unexcavated, guarding secrets for 2 millennia. Sensitive border zones charged with geopolitical tension are sealed off. And then there is Lop Nur, the Wandering Lake, a vast arid salt flat in the desert that served as a secret testing ground, its name synonymous with the unknown. These forbidden zones are not just physical locations, they are powerful symbols of control, stirring the imagination with the allure of what cannot be seen. In this nation, the digital world, so boundless elsewhere, is carefully curated and contained. A great and invisible wall surrounds the domestic internet, a sophisticated system of filters and controls. This great firewall is a monumental feat of engineering designed to create a separate digital ecosystem. The global platforms that connect much of the world, Google, Facebook, YouTube, are absent here. In their place, a parallel universe of domestic applications thrives. Platforms like Douyin, the original incarnation of TikTok, dominate the cultural landscape, shaping trends, news, and social interaction for hundreds of millions of people. The purpose of this digital enclosure is clear: to manage the flow of information and reduce the influence of external ideologies. It is an ambitious attempt to insulate a culture and a political system from the unpredictable currents of the global internet. This has a profound impact on daily life. It shapes how people communicate, what news they consume, how they are entertained, and ultimately, how they perceive the world beyond their borders. It is a form of social control on a scale never before witnessed, a digital barrier that defines the reality for more than 1 billion people, creating a unique and self-contained cultural sphere. We have journeyed through a land of copies that are, in themselves, original. We have seen a future built from the blueprints of the past, and traditions that defy the relentless pace of the present. A world of replicas, yes, but also a world of startling ingenuity and unwavering self-assurance. The scale of its ambition is matched only by the depth of its history, creating a society of paradoxes that is constantly reinventing itself, and in doing so, challenging our very understanding of what it means to be authentic. Is it the object or the intention behind it? Is it the form or the function it serves in a new context? The story of this place is not a simple one. It cannot be captured in a single narrative. It is a mosaic of a billion lives, each navigating a world where the familiar and the strange exist side by side, where the digital and the ancient are woven into a single, complex reality. To witness a luxury car become a market stall, or to pay for an apple with your face, is to see a society that is not bound by the conventions of others. It is a civilization charting its own course, on its own terms, building its own version of the world. If this account sounds unbelievable, perhaps it is. Some things must be seen to be truly grasped. The sheer scale, the intricate details, the palpable energy, these are things that a story can only hint at. If this journey has sparked your curiosity, perhaps the only way to satisfy it is to go and see it firsthand. And if you have already walked these streets, if you have already witnessed these wonders and contradictions, leave a comment with the number 1 and share with us. Does the reality you saw match the story we have told?